Villagers in Chiramanzu, Midlands Province in Zimbabwe, receive grain and fertiliser from aid agency Oxfam. They are the lucky ones. 5 million people in Zimbabwe are suffering hunger and the threat of cholera. Now, Oxfam has launched an appeal for £4 million in the UK to tackle the crisis.
It's a pretty dire situation in Zimbabwe at the moment. People don't have food, so they can't actually take tablets if they have HIV or AIDS. If they are infected with cholera, they don't stand a very good chance because they don't have food at the moment to help fight the disease. So the cholera situation is, we're trying to contain it, but it's pretty dire, and it's compounded by the fact that the food situation is also a problem.
18,000 people in Zimbabwe are already infected with cholera, and with the rainy season approaching, there are fears it could become an epidemic. To counter this, Oxfam want to use the donations to reach more people.
Oxfam's been working in Zimbabwe since the early 80s, but we would like to scale up. In fact, we are scaling up our program to meet these new crises of the cholera epidemic, as well as these extreme food shortages. WFP is going to be feeding with Oxfam in our 3 regions, but around 5 million people, that's half the population of Zimbabwe, will need food aid in the coming months, and Oxfam wants to be there to help support WFP and others in meeting the needs of the Zimbabwean people.
The additional money they are raising from the appeal will be used to help those most in need. Some in Zimbabwe are truly grateful for the help. We were surviving on just vegetables, but the ponds we used to water them have dried up. It's not raining and we can't find the wild fruit anymore, and so we're pleased that you help us, because the problem is people cannot take their medication with no food.
I know at least 6 people from 3 households around my area who have actually died because of the hunger.
If you were able to give £10, for example, that will give a hygiene kit with your basic soap and water disinfectant for 8 families. If you were able to give £25, you'd be able to help us build latrines in the villages and provide safe water for 8 families. If you had £3,500, we could drill a borehole in a community. And it's amazing to see, if you can bring safe water to a village, you can change the lives of thousands of people in a village community, and that's what Oxfam is doing every day.
Oxfam hopes their appeal will bring in the £4 million to allow them to double efforts in Zimbabwe.